Hi, it's Susan. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have got another episode of Make-A-Heads for you. If you haven't been here before, a Make-A-Head is a quick and easy project that you can often complete in one sitting, or something that you can make in large amounts to have, ready for you when you go to work on your next journal project, or like today, something you can get to a halfway point and will save you a whole lot of time, and you don't have to stop the creative flow when you're working on a journal. So today I want to talk about just simple paper items that take more time, at least in my case, take more time than I ever think they will, and often interrupt my flow of creativity when I'm working on a project. The first of these is just gluing pages together. You can save yourself a lot of time if you just start gluing pages together, 2 or 3 pages together to get the thickness that you like, of various books, or maybe you've got it a book, maybe something that's got really neat pictures that you want to use. You can cut them apart at the time, or you can just go ahead and leave them whole. And then, those are not book pages. But just, get them ready like this, because it takes time. Not a lot of time, but it takes time, and it's probably not something you want to do while you're in the middle of a project. So you can sit there with a book and glue the pages together while they're even still in the book, and then rip them out. And then later you can cut them apart. If you want to cut them apart for a journaling card and glue some other paper on the back of it, you can cut them into tag shapes. You can take one and fold it in half and make a little notebook. But this is one of those things that I always forget takes time. I think, oh, I'll just make a few tags. Well, in one of my journals, maybe I'm putting 2 tags in the front of the signature and 2 tags in the back of the signature. So that's 4 tags in each signature. If I'm doing 3 signatures, that's 12 tags. I might not have 12 tags ready to go. So this way I'm one step closer. So that's tip number 1. Glue some pages together ahead of time. Tip number 2 is about journaling cards. So I was very fortunate, and a friend gave me a bunch of really, really yummy cardstock. So they were great for journaling cards. And, first I got real excited. Then I started thinking about how many journaling cards it would make. Then I started thinking about all the decorating that I would have to do on them. And then I don't even know whose video I was watching, but all they had, it was like light bulb moment for me. All they had was a simple piece of cardstock that they had done the ink staining around, and they tucked it into this beautiful journal, and it was perfect, just the way it is. It didn't need anything else. And I thought, that's great, because sometimes maybe you want to, I don't have one handy here, but maybe you want to just, tuck something up underneath a paper clip. You've got this really pretty paper clip, and you don't need to have a fancy journaling card. You just want a piece of paper to show that's what that is. Or you have a tuck spot, and you want to just show it's a tuck spot. So, simple thing. I can use them in every journal, lots of them in every journal. But again, it takes time. And if you're not in the mindset to get out the paper cutter, and if you're like me, you have to clear off a space for the paper cutter. So why not go ahead and cut a whole bunch of stuff in a whole bunch of different shapes, tag shapes, big journaling card shapes, little journaling card shapes. You can round some corners, you can not. You can always add more decorations later. You can ink them ahead of time if you want to. But the point is, take that time now to cut a whole bunch of journaling cards and just put them someplace where you will remember where you put them, and they will be ready for you the next time you're working on your journal and you need to add just a little bit of something extra into a tuck spot or maybe under a paper clip. So that's tip number 2. I cannot believe I hadn't done that before now. All right, and the last tip, I use a lot of words in my journals. So for the current journal I'm working on, these are all the quotes that are going to go in them. That's a lot of words. And as you can see, they're all torn and inked. That takes a lot of time. Well, I've got several themes that I tend to return to often over and over again. And, maybe it's love, maybe it's creativity, maybe it's, kind of motivational quotes. And so I go ahead and print these out. I use my laser printer. I print them out in black ink on the laser printer. Then I tea dye them. Then I tear them apart. Then I ink everything. That took me a couple hours doing that whole process, because, you got to go, I want to go real close because I want them to not take up a whole lot of space. That way I can add them to a cluster. I can add them to, you know, maybe I made a little book and I want to add it. I don't want to have so much blank space around it. So it takes a lot of time to do this, but this is one of those things you can do up ahead of time. And then if I don't tear them completely, maybe I've just gone ahead and printed them out and cut them apart and had them all ready. And again, this is one of those things that I always think, oh, I only have to add the quotes, except it takes a lot of time to get the quotes ready for me to add them. So 3 time-saving tips to make ahead and make a little bit of headway on your journals in between other projects. Thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate when you take time out of your busy day to spend some time with me. If you are not already a subscriber, I hope you will click the subscribe button. So hopefully Facebook will let you know when I post another video. That's all I've got for now. I will see you next time. Bye for now.